Fish and chips in the rain, I'm home again.
He spoke in a way with his whole body. If you wanted to emphasize a point, you would see his hands going, and his eyes were powerful. And his voice was much more powerful in those days than it is now. So this combination of impeccable and implacable reason from first principles applied to whatever was the debate in hand.
Why are we so afraid of offending certain hardline elements of the Muslim community? Because it can turn very aggressive very quickly, can't it? So we just tend to back off and mutter something under our breath like, oh, it's just not really worth it. Well, it is worth it, actually, because, frankly, I'm absolutely sick of it. Check this out. One of the people backing the blockade of a film that depicts the Prophet Muhammad and his daughter is an advisor to the government on Islamophobia. Seriously, you just couldn't make this stuff up, could you? So the government is being advised on Islamophobia by a man who essentially supports medieval blasphemy laws. I mean, I hate to break the news to these people, but we don't have medieval blasphemy laws in this country. There are some countries that do, so may I politely suggest that they may feel more at home in one of those nations.
I'm always nervous before a big speech. You can't make a big speech unless you are nervous. Nerves is part of the act.
Did you seek to build up a tension in yourself? I think someone told me that you would like to make a speech on a full bladder.
Well, you shouldn't be at ease. You shouldn't be relaxed. And if you need to clear your bladder in order to relax, you should refrain if possible. You should be tense.
A bit of helpful advice to this lot. Google the words Gatwick and airport and then just crack on, OK? Bradford, where one of these protests is taking place, is about to become the UK city of culture. Well, what culture is that then? A Sharia-based culture, is it? I don't know. Maybe a culture without freedom of speech?
We're Bradford 2025! Multi-ethnicity, fantastic geography.
Creative energy and
There's an incredible history to culture in Bradford. I love this place.
I mean, you know what really stands out to me in all of this, apart from the madness of it all, of course? Why aren't they all at work? So hundreds of people can just gather outside cinemas in 4 or 5 cities across the UK, and none of them felt the need to be at work that day. It's interesting, that, isn't it? Anyway.
Fair comment. Fatima Rida Anna losing a 6-month-old child, allegedly not more than probably a day or two later, delivers a 45-minute speech, not asking for retribution. She's asking for her land of Fadak, which was an oasis outside of Khaybar, not detailing any qisas for the blood of her unborn child. Nor did Ali radiallahu anhu, nor did anyone else. Now ask yourself this question. What akadib? Lies. Lies. This movie that has been released, Yasser al-Habib, the Shia extremist hate preacher, knows about this. Please voice your concern, spread the word, and we will not stand for this. The noble companions are the honor of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his daughter is the leader of the women in paradise. Retribution for a child. What does that say? What does that say? They are dishonoring the daughter of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The qisas is a Quranic injunction. It is leveled on the believers where one life is taken, another life needs to be taken as per the justice of the Quran.
It's interesting, that, isn't it? Anyway. We don't have blasphemy laws here in the UK, like I've said. We are a fantastically diverse country and a multicultural one, and that is a tremendous quality, and I genuinely mean that. I think some people would say it puts the great into Great Britain. But we're not a Muslim country by definition, OK? We're just not. So do you think that if I moved to Pakistan, for example, and there was a film that portrayed the baby Jesus in an unflattering light, and I started to protest about it, do you think anything would really happen about that? No, of course not. So why do some of these people expect that to happen over here?
The one who is upholding the skies without any pillars, the absolute creator of all, the most powerful one, the most kind one. Peace, blessings and endless salutations be upon the coolest to our eyes, the jewel of creation, the purpose of our life, the most handsome one, the most beautiful one, the beat of our hearts, Sayyiduna wa Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. After praising Allah the Almighty and after sending peace and blessings upon each and every prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear brothers, honorable sisters and lovable children, alhamdulillah, I congratulate each and every one of you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you the opportunity to stand here, to voice your concern, to
here. Whilst I can completely understand that it might be offensive to Muslims to depict the Prophet Muhammad, I personally am in no rush to depict the Prophet Muhammad, OK? It isn't illegal in this country, though, and we do live in this country. The solution to being offended for a lot of hardline elements of the Muslim community, and I want to stress here it's hardline elements, I'm absolutely not trying to bracket everyone into the same category because that's just wrong, frankly.
It was Europe that was to cause the final break between Heath and Powell. Ted Heath's application for Britain to join the common market aroused Powell's nationalistic feelings, even though, ironically, Powell had himself once been a pro-marketeer like Heath.
Je suis convaincu que nous vivons un moment historique comparable à celui d'il y a 20 ans.
To air your concern and to show that we cannot compromise the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We cannot tolerate the insults towards the best men to walk the surface of this earth, who are the Sahaba Kiram, the noble companions of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Fatimatu Zahra. We will continue. You will have different messages from different speakers, inshallah. I want to call upon Qari Anas, inshallah, to come forth and recite the Holy Quran for each and every one of us. Narai Takbir! Now that you're all here, so let's make the most of it. You know, don't worry about the mercy that's dropping on us. This is a mercy from Allah.
As the anti-marketeers marched on number 10, Powell prophesied that our entry into Europe would never happen and the bill to take us in would be defeated.
I would have done anything to prevent the Conservative Party from passing that bill. I did all I could. I voted in the lobby against it 106 times.
Again, I'm the manager of this cinema, and we will not be showing this film again. We cancelled it this evening, cancelled this
week. For a lot of hardline elements of the Muslim community, and I want to stress here it's hardline elements, I'm absolutely not trying to bracket everyone into the same category because that's just wrong, frankly. It's to just mob up, use threats like mafia-style tactics to get their own way. Sorry, but enough is enough now as far as I'm concerned, and I find it quite offensive, actually, that there does appear to be a rather large group of people who are more than happy to reap the benefits that this country has to offer and then also want to fundamentally change our norms and values.
Okay, from Adam to Isa, from Prophet Adam to Prophet Jesus, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, every single Nabi of Allah awaited the arrival of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You and I are the fortunate ones to receive Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He is Khatamun Nabiyyin, he is a seal of all prophets, and we are the final ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. And what is required from me and you? Listen carefully, my brothers and sisters, not only with your physical ears, open the spiritual ears of your hearts today and listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's Nabi says to me and you. Rasulullah says, La yu'minu ahadukum hatta akuna ahabba ilayhi min walidihi wa waladihi wa nasi ajma'in. Are aane walo, my dear brothers and sisters, our iman is not complete. I am not telling you this.
Mine has ended in failure from one point of view. Without a seat, without office, without apparent achievement. But I've achieved a good deal, and I hear my voice coming through in what is said, and I see myself being proved right. What I had to say about immigration, what I had to say about the nation, what I had to say about Europe was heard and is still echoing.
As the Tory government ran into mounting political trouble, Powell became the Prime Minister's bête noire. He was forever deriding Heath's economic U-turns. As a preacher of Tory fundamentalism, Powell had a secret female admirer within the cabinet, both for what he had to say and for the way he would say it.
You don't tax a loss, you only tax a profit. You raise more, the more profit there is to tax. We all live on the profits of British industry. It's a truism. And those people have been gravely misled who imagine that there's one set of people, remote people, somewhere over there who live on profits, but the rest of us don't. We all do. We are all in this together. And the future of all of us is bound up with the future of free British industry.
Welcome to England.
Fish and chips in the rain, but am I the same?
ठीक हो गया जी चैनल ਨੂੰ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ ਘੰਟੀ ਦੇ ਬਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਟੈਨ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਬਾ ਕੇ
وداعيا إلى الله بشهر أحسن